Hello and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. My name is Dallin Anderson, and today I'm going to be talking about a trade setup that you can apply on any market, any time frame, anywhere. This has made me more money than any other trade setup I've ever learned. So this is going to be something you want to make sure that you share with your friends, as well as watching clear to the very end, because you're going to get a lot of value out of this video. Make sure that you hit that like button for me, as well as that subscribe button, because I'm dedicated to uploading 5 videos a week all through 2020 to keep you guys posted and updated in the cryptocurrency markets. So without further ado, let's get into the one trade setup that has made me more money than any other. So on my channel, I talk a lot about Elliott wave theory, and Elliott wave theory is one of the most fundamental and basic things that you can learn when you're getting into trading. With that being said, it's actually surprising how many people do not know about it. There's always this thing that you hear, and people say, well, 10% of the market makes money, and the other 90% is actually losing all the time. And I find this to be very, very true. And the real reason for this is because the 90% is uneducated gamblers. It's not that it's that difficult. Yes, it takes time to learn how to trade, but it's purely because of the lack of education. And it's the same thing if you think about somebody trying to learn a new instrument. Most people give up. Most people quit. They do not keep learning, and they do not go from being in the 90% to the 10% that actually succeed. And so Elliott wave theory for me was a way to get out of the 90% and into the 10%, where I'm actually basing my trades on real statistical probability rather than just hoping that it's going to work out in my favor. Now, Elliott wave theory is one of the most powerful tools that you can use, even though it's extremely simple. And you can find this tool on TradingView or charts.cointrader.pro. And over here on the left-hand side, you'll see the Elliott wave impulse. Now, the thing about Elliott waves is there's actually Fibonacci relationships between these Elliott waves. I talked about this a few videos back on my channel when I made this video. This simple trick blew my mind. And that is because of these Fibonacci relationships, you can actually get a high degree of confidence in your Elliott wave setups to know what's going to happen in the market. You can back check your wave count to make sure it's correct with those Fibonacci levels. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because you can use this in any time frame. This is Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame. And you can quickly see that we made a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. So that's an A wave, and then a B wave up and a C wave down. So that's an ABC corrective wave. And that corrective wave fell from the low, from the peak low, from where the 0 wave started to where the 5th wave ended, to the 786 Fibonacci retracement. Now, this is all a big one wave, and one waves can fall between the 618, the 50%, and the 786, and sometimes the 88% if it's really, really volatile. So this is following Elliott wave rules very, very perfectly here for us to count this as an Elliott wave impulse. And that's why I was bullish when Bitcoin came down to the 5,000 and just below levels when we had that huge panic wick, and why I posted on my Twitter that I was putting half of my cash reserves in right around this price right here in this wick down here, just under 5K. So that's been very fun. I've made a lot of money off that low, and it was because of Elliott wave theory that allowed me to make that money and take that trade setup. Now, normally I do not trade smaller time frames, and normally I do not tell people to trade smaller time frames. But for the purpose of this video, I thought I would show you guys an example of why you still can use even smaller time frames to trade Elliott wave theory. And if you see a nice clean setup, where there's lots of confluence in the volume profile, the Elliott waves and the Fibonacci relationships, you can totally take a trade even as low as the 1-minute candlesticks. Your probability, you probably won't be winning as consistently. These bigger time frames, you might get 70 to 50%, maybe even 80% success rate. But in these smaller time frames, it's going to be a lot lower success. As long as your risk to reward is set up correctly, where you're making more than you're losing, you don't even have to win 50% of the time to stay profitable. So you can trade these smaller time frames. I do not personally do it very often at all, But again, for the purpose of this video, I thought I'd show you this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC corrective wave down straight to the 786, very similar to what we see on Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, or ABC down to the 786. And then the target is the 1618 Fibonacci extension. So you go from 0 to 5 to C. So when you're measuring your fib tool, you go and you grab trend-based fib extension. You go from 0 to 5 down to the bottom of the C. And if you're on a logarithmic chart, you're going to want to make sure that you double click on that and click fib levels based on log scale. Thanks to a hater, I know about that, so I don't have to use the fib channel tool as often as I was before. And then you can see that's the 1618 level. So that's like the target for Bitcoin based on this wave. If this is an ABC, if it does continue impulsing and this lower support level doesn't fail, then that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC impulse that should have a 3 wave to the 1618 extension. And so that's why I used the 1618 extension on the 1 minute candlesticks as well and took this trade setup based on ABC bull flag. And then we can press play on this and you'll see very quickly how the prices broke out of the flag, started rallying and went straight up to the 1618 Fibonacci extension. Now you're like, wow, that's so cool, but can I use this in other markets than just Bitcoin? Yes, you can totally use this in other markets other than Bitcoin. This is oil. And I was actually telling people that oil was a really, really good buy at $22 and around $20. And then we started a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave impulse. And the 3 wave, let's see if the 3 wave goes to the 1618. We can go from the low to the high. And this 3 wave went to the 1618. It actually overextended almost to the 2618. 3 waves can go all the way to the 2618 at times because of how big they are in comparison to the 1 wave. See how small that little baby 1 wave is. And so because of that, this is following all the Elliott wave rules as well. And if this is all a big 1 wave, then you'd probably want to expect to buy oil at the 618 level, because that's a really, really solid place that 1 waves correct to in their ABCs. And that would be about $22. So you can use this setup in Bitcoin. You can use this setup in oil. You can use this setup in gold. I'm looking at gold right now. This is my alternative prediction that we do in ABC from the 3 to the 4 at the 618. My primary prediction, I posted publicly on my TradingView. And you can see right here where I basically just go over an ABCDE triangle and how the 4 wave stops between the 382 and the 50%. And we can have a 5th wave after that in gold. That's on a very, very big time scale. And you can see that 1, 2, and then the 3 wave went just to the 618, the 1618, and a little bit above it because they can overextend. So that's why I use Elliott waves. It's super, super profitable for me. You can get a statistical probability on the market. You can become the 90%, the 10% and ditch the crowd of the 90% and start profiting in all of these markets very, very well. You guys, I have an Elliott Wave Power series, so you guys really need to check out my website as well as the VIP areas. If you direct message me, I will give you a 20% discount on the VIP areas. The 1 year and the lifetime does go into Elliott Wave Theory, but the Elliott Wave Power series is a custom tailored video series because I was just like you. I didn't know how to trade markets. I was the 90%. I couldn't make money in the markets, and I spent years since 2015 learning all of this stuff and getting it in my information, in my trading tool bag and under my belt so that I can actually profit consistently in these markets over and over again. So I know what it's like to be in the same shoes as you right now. And yes, you're probably asking, well, is this product a scam or something? No, I have thousands of members. They really enjoy the product, the VIP, the 1 year, the lifetime, the Elliott Wave Power series, hundreds of testimonials. The real thing is that you can go learn all of this stuff on your own. People are like, it's a scam, right? Because you can go learn this stuff on your own. Yes, you could. You could spend 5 years learning all this stuff. You could try to condense all the information down. You could try thousands of different trading strategies. But at the end of the day, are you really going to want to take that much time to learn what you can already learn condensed down into one place? Make sure that you guys check that out. Links are in the description for the Discord. You can email me. You can also click on these to get VIP information. And I will give you guys a 20% discount on any of these if you purchase this within the next 2 days. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you learned and enjoyed something in today's video. Elliott waves will change your life, especially if you learn how to properly apply them. And the Elliott Wave Power Series is a great place to do that, especially if you already have trading knowledge. This isn't designed for people to have absolutely zero trading knowledge. That's more the 1 year and the lifetime. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I love and appreciate all of the support I receive on my channel. Donovan and I do a podcast, so I made one yesterday. Make sure that you guys check out the unemployment boom that will create a crypto boom. That is episode 11 of the Moon Boy podcast. Again, you guys, really appreciate all the new followers, all the support, all the messages, all the people joining the VIP. It's really awesome to experience these markets with you guys. As always, stay profitable out there.